The Bitcoin price continues to rally higher, gaining momentum, spurred by heavy institutional accumulation. BlackRock, Fidelity, etc., their clients are actively buying. Regulatory catalysts into 2025. I'll share this with you. But also just looking at technical indicators, prices rallying in anticipation into this golden cross. This is something we literally prepared you for 8 days ago. I even made a video called Bitcoin and Crypto Holders. It's happening in the next 10 days. Remember? Bitcoin is about to make a golden cross. This is when a shorter term moving average, like the 50-day, crosses over a longer term moving average, like the 200-day, signaling a trend change, signaling momentum to the upside. Of course, the bigger question is now what happens next? Is now the time to take profits? Well, one thing to note that is fundamentally a bullish catalyst for Bitcoin into next year, that SEC chair Gary Gensler is gone, no matter who's elected.
Gary Gensler has been the single worst regulator in the history of crypto imaginable. And so the good news is, and this was basically good news once Biden dropped out of the race, whoever Trump or Harris pick is going to be better than Gensler. And in a way, because the crypto community has done a pretty good job on the politics, not only is Trump actively seeking their support, but Harris is as well. And so we know that we'll get someone better than Gensler, and then hopefully we'll start getting favorable policy.
Of course, it does ultimately come down to the policies of the next administration's SEC chair.
Talk about the favorable policies. What are like the one or two that are the most problematic that you hope to get?
Well, I mean, the most important thing would be who actually regulates crypto itself. So there's been this sort of turf war in Washington between the CFTC and the SEC over that. I think everyone on the crypto side of it really prefers the CFTC, and we're regulated as a commodity and not a security. But ultimately, to me, the thing that Gensler has done that I have found almost offensive is the unwillingness to tell the crypto industry what isn't legal. You know, it's one thing to say, okay, this is not okay, this is okay, and we can fight about whether or not, you know, we agree, but to just say, like, do what you're going to do, and maybe I'll put you in jail, maybe I won't. Like, that's un-American, right? And so, you know, whether it's margin lending or anything else, I really think more than any one specific policy, it's just A, being treated with some basic respect, and B, just having information and predictability.
Also, let's talk about altcoin catalysts, the latest news with AI altcoins. But is this golden cross over? Is the rally over? Well, I know a fair amount of you are trading on Margex. Me personally, as I am learning, as I'm continuing my journey, I had such conviction the day I put out this video that the day it happened, I immediately opened a long position. I actually think I set up the long around here and then it immediately dumped, but I still had conviction. And it's never bad to bank the profits. Remember, the golden cross is a lagging indicator, meaning by the time these moving averages cross, if they do, the rally has already happened. It rallies into it. And Altcoin Daily will never be one of those channels that say, hey, I know what the Bitcoin price is going to do tomorrow, right? Those are fake gurus. Those are scammers in some sense. That's how you get in trouble. But the 1.49 million subscribers who follow every day understand I'm just sharing my journey. I'm just sharing what works for me. And remember, a Bitcoin golden cross is typically a lagging indicator. It makes sense to me that we bounced off this little resistance channel to maybe try again. I absolutely do not think this golden cross is done, right? Until the 50-day moving average crosses over the 200-day moving average. That's when it's done, historically speaking. Link down below and use code altcoin if you want to check out some of the bonuses. But never be too greedy not to bank profits. And looking at the price of SWI price soars to new all-time highs. What's next? Well, obviously it's taking a massive correction today. I sort of think for the next several weeks, we'll see it correct because it did go up so far, so fast. We also saw this with other quality L1 protocols like Injective, which rallied hard at the beginning of the year. Actually, this one did correct and then did have that second rally. And while I do think Injective has plenty of room to grow in the future, corrections like this are expected if you go up so far, so fast. We're seeing the same thing with Solana now, the bullish consolidation. But let's not forget why investors and developers are choosing SWI. This is what Grayscale is educating their clientele on why SWE has value.
The other thing is you have to have a very strong financial ecosystem. Liquidity begets more liquidity. So SWE is literally top 10 for a chain that's only 14 months old, top 10 in terms of TVL. That's total amount of value locked in DeFi protocols. And the thing that's unique in SWE is there are decentralized finance primitives that you can build on SWE that you just can't build anywhere else, right? I mentioned something around intent before. SWE allows you to basically coordinate up to 1,024 individual user intents with a single transaction and one approval, which is unique. Other blockchains require to click and approve per transaction. SWE lets you do it once and then you're done. That's really exciting because now we're seeing a lot of aggregators built in the ecosystem that allows you to do a trade but get the optimal transaction execution and best price across all number of dexes at the same time.
Also, big partnership announcement for Near Protocol. Aether collabing with Near Protocol. Aether becomes the premier compute partner. We talked about Aether in our top altcoin video, top 9 altcoins set to explode in 2025. And the news today is this. Aether Cloud has partnered with Near Protocol to power the Near and Delphi Labs AI Accelerator program as the premier compute partner. So they'll be using the Aether ecosystem for their compute power, and the program participants are in for a treat as they'll get access to premier, secure, and scalable computing power so they can focus on what they do best, build and scale their product. By partnering with Near Protocol, Aether will support AI startups participating in the accelerator program. Also news for Humans Protocol. Humans is aiming to be the blockchain for all AIs. So if you hold the Heart token, the news today is this. We just made another big move at the government level. We just presented the Humans platform to the government of Azerbaijan, speaking with the president of the State Agency for Public Service and Social Innovations, as well as the head of international relations. What did they talk about? The focus was on how decentralized AI can bring fresh innovation to public services. And yes, this is only the start. Can you guess what's coming next? To me, it's just cool to see an AI L1 protocol putting in the groundwork. Also, quick yet significant piece of news for Ripple. Massive Ripple digital ad campaign takes over London. For all the XRP holders in this audience, if you live in London, comment down below if you've seen these. And quick piece of fundamental news for Solana. Solana's total value locked, TVL, is approaching its previous peak. So this is not price performance chart, this is TVL. And notice that even though price is sort of consolidating, if you look at a price chart, the fundamental strength of the network is in bullish consolidation. Last time it was near these highs was in late 2021. Back then, peaked at the all-time high of about 250. Just something to note. Click subscribe for daily videos keeping you informed. We're so close to 1.5 million subscribers, so tell a friend, and like always, see you tomorrow.